delight to say. Please, everyone, give it up for Mark Palchik. Woo!
Thank you, Sivan. I'm Mark Palchik. I'm a 70-year-old stand-up comic. Please don't call the paramedics. I am perfectly capable of standing up and telling jokes without assistance. Look, man, no hands. My 7 decades on this rock have proved to me that as people age, their preferences change. A young man at 22 dreams of having a mistress who's young and sexy and will dress up like a nurse. An old man of 92 dreams of having a mistress that's an actual nurse. The young man wants his mistress to knock his socks off. The old man wants his mistress to put his socks on. I've also learned that the meaning of winning is fluid. Like, for instance, if you could go 3 rounds with Mike Tyson and walk out of the ring, that's a win. Normally, this time of year, if you can go visit family, that's a win. In 2020, if you can avoid visiting the ICU, that's a win. In 2020, Biden won the election. He now has a job where he's got to work 24/7 and he gets paid $400,000 a year. Trump lost. He's got to do nothing. And people are paying him over $200 million for nothing, for losing. Now that's what I call a win. What, you didn't like that job? Well, pardon me. In high school, I sang tenor in the high school choir. And Mr. Thompson, the choir director, was so encouraging. Marcia, you're a soprano, sing higher. Carolyn, you're an alto, sing with rounded tones. Rick, you're a bass, sing from your diaphragm. Palchik, sing softer. I can still hear you. In the 60s, the high school choirs were expected to sing all the Christmas carols. Jesus this, Christ that. It made me uncomfortable being Jewish. So instead, I substituted my brother Bryce's name. I sang about baby Bryce. I sang about Bryce Almighty. I sang, fall on your knees, the Bryce is born. Palchik, I can still hear you. It was tough growing up in Akron in the 60s. I mean, for Jews, I got jumped by Mike Dawson because he wanted to see a Jew boy's horns and tail. What an idiot. I got rid of those when I was circumcised. Actually, the hardest part of being Jewish in the 60s was being Jewish in the 60s. We had no Christmas, so we got no presents. We had no Hanukkah, so we got no candy. We got no candy. We had no Easter, so we got no candy. And we had no foreskins. All right, granted, it was the short end of the stick, but we got more satisfaction. I hate the fact that just because I'm 70, people think I'm old. Wow, 70 years old, and you know how to use a Zoom background? My grandmother doesn't even know how to find the any key. Hit any key? Which one's the any key? Is it one of these? How about this? Will this do? Look, my mother-in-law is 92 years old, knows more about computers than I do, which is why old is an attitude, not a number. Well, unless you've been pushed off that great cliff, lost your job because of your age, in which case it's a short tumble, lose your job, lose your sense of self-purpose. Before you know it, you are sitting in death's waiting room. Florida. Look, I don't think you're old unless your side piece is your night nurse and your wife appreciates the help. And I'm not old. I walk my dog every day, twice a day for 2 hours. Well, all right, it should only be an hour and a half, but that dog stops every 10 minutes so I can pee. Thank you very much. I've been Mark Palchik.
Mark Palchik, everyone. Keep it